Today's radio KD8TTE will talk about assessment of performance in an amateur radio exercise. We're going to look specifically at the Ohio ARES VHF Plus Simplex contest that was held in January 2022. Black one. Last week, we looked at overall training goals. When we talked about the Ohio ARES VHF Plus Simplex contest, we pointed out that you don't need a big heavy-duty X-plan every time that you work the radio. You can just look at your own goals. Doing so will require that you specify them. So if we look specifically at the Ohio ARES VHF Plus Simplex contest, there are several things that we would articulate specifically and that we would have the data to assess by virtue of the exchange in the contest, the things that were actually being measured. We can specify what it is that we want to do. I've given 6 examples here: bands, modes, duration, number of contacts, counties, distance covered. Let's take a look. First of all, at bands. Were you trying to work 6 meters, 2 meters, 70 centimeters, some other band? Remember, it's the VHF Plus Simplex contest, so as long as you're making contacts with simplex connections and you are using something above 30 megahertz, you are in VHF Plus territory. What modes were you trying to work? Was everything being done with FM? Did you try any sideband? Did you try CW? Did you try any digital? Those are things that you might want to consider. And of course, your operating duration. Would you try to run the entire period from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon? Was it your goal just to run from 10 to 12? Afternoon only operation? Whatever it is that you were trying to do, make sure that you've articulated what it was. Then, of course, the number of contacts. Were you trying to make 1, 10, 50, 100? Whatever it is, specifying it will help you. Number of counties is important. That's something that we track when we are working a lot of the Ohio ARES events because we want to understand operation within our own county as well as that of our neighboring counties, of course. It was our goal to go 1 county beyond, to go 2 counties, 10 counties. Whatever it was, we should have it written down. The distance that we're trying to cover might be very different if we're working a handheld versus if we have a station with a giant beam on it and it's on top of a hill. Was it a mile, 10 miles, 100 miles that we were trying to reach? Of course, if you have been following the Black Swan training net and the objectives that we have spelled out there, we had an extra training objective. Were you trying to accomplish that? After you have specified all of these goals, you can have them written down in a simple form that allows you to see simply what is it that you're trying to do. When you compare that with the results, probably what you'll get is a combination of things that you achieved, some that you exceeded, some that you didn't reach. These don't always reflect on your station or on your performance. If you're working CW and no one else nearby is, that's not your fault. It takes 2 stations to make a contact. On the other hand, maybe your start time wasn't just what you wanted because you had to fool around with that antenna setup more than you expected. It was cold that morning. I myself was erecting a field-expedient antenna system in something like 10 degrees. It was windy. The good news is that I had planned ahead. I had someone to help me, and we were able to get the entire station up and running in about 7 minutes. In the end, this helps you to understand what you actually did by comparison to what you thought you would do. It's shocking to people the first time that they make these comparisons. Very often people overestimate their capability, underestimate the time that it will take to get things done. Are there things that you can do to improve for next time? Are some of these systemic weaknesses or lacking capabilities? It might not just be you. Let's focus again on that modes worked question. If you were able to work only FM, maybe it was because there just weren't any other stations out there trying sideband or CW or digital or something else. This can be a weakness in the system. It might require not just training at your station, but coordinated training with others as well. This is a good opportunity for you to talk to other operators in your area. Were there others trying to use sideband, CW, digital? Why not? Can you arrange some times where you'll try some of those modes between now and the next time that you need the capability? Try calling a special net together for your area, where you'll get everyone on frequency on a band that you want using a mode that you want and exchange signal reports along with some other information like from your local weather stations. It's a good way to follow up on something like this and to help the system to develop greater capability. Here's a nice example of an extra training objective that was completed. Congratulations to everyone who participated in the extra training objective. If you did give it a try but it didn't work out for you, don't despair. Let us know what you tried, how far you got, and we can talk about it. If you want to do so in the comments, you're welcome. If you'd like to get onto the QTC mailing list and discuss it in detail, we're happy to do that as well. In any case, this gives you the ability to develop a realistic understanding of your capability, the capability of your neighbors and those with whom you work, and will help you to be more effective in your training, improving your own capability and that of the system. Thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe and that you find these valuable and will share them with others. This is Radio KD8TTE, out.